We oftentimes find ourselves chasing a person, wanting to spend more time with an individual, because in our eyes they can do no wrong. They're an ideal partner, an ideal friend, and we pour our hearts to them. We give our most valuable resource to them, which is time. We invite them to things, we pay for stuff, but then that isn't reciprocated. Now, it doesn't matter if it's a friendship or a relationship. I feel that if you're spending time with an individual and they are not reciprocating the effort that you're putting in, leave. Cut them off immediately. Why? Because they're wasting your time and you can never get that time back. I have had many a friend, chased many a girl who did not reciprocate, who didn't invite me to things as much as them, or didn't want to engage in proper conversation, or didn't love me, didn't want to be with me as much as I wanted to be with them. And it's hard because, especially in relationship wise, especially when you meet a certain girl and you think, wow, she's amazing. The only downside is that she's not interested. And that seems to be the story of my life. I seem to be chasing girls that are not interested in me and attracting girls I'm not interested in. And yeah, it's whatever. I've just got to keep at it and, hoping one day things will turn out Benjamin, but it can be very valuable to learn from. Because I have chased girls, but from so many different angles. I remember when I left high school, I'd never had a girlfriend, never even fathomed going up to a girl and asking a girl on a date. Then college rolled around and there was girls at college who I was attracted to and interested in. But I was very sort of like, I don't know what the correct term is, like roboticized, I guess. Like the school system had just taught me to be a good boy. That reminds me of those flipping police officer reels and TikToks you see of what's your name and badge number? Oh, forget them. Anyway, it's made me into a good boy in that I hardly ever got into trouble. I never had a detention. I never questioned how things were done. I even did extra homework, I remember, in high school when I first started off high school, which I eventually stopped doing because most teachers were like, what the hell, please. Please go away. Well, I'll give you like some rewards points, but like just get lost. And I also was just very passive. And that came across in my friendships and relationships as well. I let certain people walk all over me. I let certain people badmouth me. And I always thought to myself in regards to a girl, oh, if this girl is really interested in me, she'll come up to me and talk to me. Because, it's hashtag feminism. Girl boss, they should be the ones coming up to me if they're truly interested. And I still sometimes do it, bro. It's just a bad habit that I need to get rid of. I had the habit of singing songs, like music that I like, rock and roll, Beatles, Elvis, singing songs out loud in public or something, just to myself, hoping that a girl would listen to it, like go up to me and be like, oh, you're an Elvis fan, da da da. Like, it's just so cringe. That's the stuff of fairy tales. And if you think, like, as a guy especially, most girls aren't going to come up to you and approach you. Even if you're a really good looking guy, even if you're really attractive, girls want you to make the first move. It is not in their nature to approach them. Again, there's always exceptions to the rule, but you've just got to be a go-getter at the end of the day. If you see a girl you're attracted to, if you got a girl in your class that you're getting to know, then just ask her out, see where it goes. And I did not do this. And so eventually when I grew out of that phase, I was like, right, I need to start speaking to people. I need to start going up to people. And it worked for a while. I started meeting new people. I started making friends in the gym, just guys that I approached and be like, yo, asking them a random question about their set they were doing. I started speaking to more girls, started going out more. Yeah, although I felt great that I had this new collection of people, there were individuals that just didn't give me the time of day, that I asked them to do one thing and then never heard from them again, or they were just, here for a good time and not really interested in me as a person. And it's very hard because, again, it connects to loneliness. Like, you're thinking, like, there must be certain people out there who just have a friend group and you're only there because you will provide a certain value, but it's not the value that you want to evoke, if that makes sense. Like, imagine the guy in the group of, like, the popular guys who's just a funny guy, right? He's the guy that everyone laughs at. He makes self-deprecating jokes. He, never so bad with girls. That one bro that always fumbles. It's it's really sad because a lot of those guys are not investing good friendship into that other guy, but that other guy might feel, oh, I'm helping these guys out, but he's not getting it back. It's a two-way street. If you have friends and that friend does not provide any value to your life, yet you're providing tons of value to them, like you drive them places, you buy them drinks, you help them out with stuff, with homework, with life stuff, you got them a job, all these other things. If you just feel like it's out of balance and that you're investing way too much into this particular friendship or relationship, leave. Please leave. You're wasting valuable time. You're wasting months, sometimes years of your life on a person that does not care about you. And that's a harsh truth, but why invest your time, your valuable time, into someone when you're never going to get that time back, and that someone would not care if you stop messaging them tomorrow? And I've seen it happen, man. It's like, you feel, especially with girls, you feel like you need to use certain tactics, but at the end of the day, you need to choose someone who chooses you. Choose a girl who chooses you. The best way to find a girl, the best way to be with a girl is that if she shows interest to you first. Now, I'm not saying that means she needs to approach you first, but you've got to, there's got to be a balance there of interest, even if it's like low interest, high interest, whatever. There's this whole chiffin, black pillars, red pillars who talk about it. That's a whole other thing. But even in a friendship, if this person is just very, like, what's the word? Usatory? That's not really a word. They essentially use you a lot and they don't really provide any value to you as a person, don't enhance your life in any way. Sure, you might have a laugh with them. Sure, you might joke around and have small talk jokes, but then you start to notice red flags. You start to notice how they never offer to pay things. You start to notice how they're always bringing others down and bringing a bad vibe, or they criticize you on the littlest things that you're trying to work on, but surely a friend should boost you up. I know with guys we have banter and it's like, oh, we make fun of each other for certain things, but sometimes people genuinely want to hurt other people, and if you have people like that in your life, you know what to do, man. Like, it's obvious. Just get rid of them. If you needed this video to reaffirm that, then I'm glad to be of service. But please, get it done. Get these people out of your life. Block them, ghost them, whatever. They probably won't even care. And you'll notice that certain people might start chasing up to you, being like, oh, I haven't heard from you a while. Like, that's just a subtle sign that they're missing you as a person, because they don't deserve you. You give more than you take. And sadly, that can be a real detriment to you as a person, because people can exploit that. So bro, what you've got to do. You know that you've got to do what's right for you and look out for number one. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share. I can't sub-share what I was going to say, I don't know. Like, comment, share, subscribe. The whole West Coast to East Coast. Come up with a new one there. I wish you the very best. God bless. And as always, take very good care of yourself.